right, we live. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
GMS Dallas, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Most High.
Yahawah, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
We want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. We want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity, man. May the blessing of election be upon your house. That's what we're striving for. So today, you know, we did a pre-camp lesson walking up, and I was thinking about this in the car, man. The Lord is putting the spirit on his men to be fed up with these people. You know, we always vexed, the same way Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah, but that spirit is getting more and more heavy, man, because we're getting closer and closer to the end of this thing. You know, what more can we say to these people? Now, we still going to be fervent and on fire and bringing out this word, but, you know, the gates of repentance is closing, man. The elect are coming in. We're getting closer and closer to this thing. And pretty soon, we're not going to be out here on the streets. Time is of the essence, man. So that sentiment was among all the men of the Lord. So we're going to read Jeremiah, the 9th chapter. All right?
You gonna get to the point?
Yeah, however you want to do it.
Jeremiah 9:2. Oh, that I had in... You already got it.
Okay.
Jeremiah 9:2. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them.
Yeah, Jeremiah was sick and tired of his people, man. He was sick and tired of seeing the wickedness after he had been, you know, raised up to warn them and warn them and warn them. But they were perpetually clinging on to unrighteousness. So as a man who loves righteousness, wickedness grieves your soul. All right, somebody want to get to Isaiah 55 and 6?
Yeah, got it. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. Seek ye Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Yeah, man. We want to call upon the Lord while he's near. And right now, he's near to the people. We're out here on the highways and byways. You understand? That was Isaiah 55 and 6. I mean, Psalms 55 and 6 as well.
Oh, come.
Psalms 55 and 6, because it's that same sentiment that Jeremiah had is reiterated. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 55 and verse 6. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away, be at rest.
Fly away and be at rest. And read verse 7 as well.
Psalms 55 and verse 7. Lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Salah.
Yeah, man. Get away from these people. And a lot of brothers, before I came in the truth, I wanted to be in the city in the mix. But as I came in this truth and I started to learn and see how people move, you want to get away from these people.
Yeah.
You know, you dream about, you know, man, if I could just have some land and just get away from these niggas.
Right.
At our meeting yesterday, we had a big talk about staying away from niggas.
Right.
Right? Yeah, any of us got precepts, man, we just go. Yeah, you had something to say?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 6, verse 26. It says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lie wait as he that set a snare. They set a trap. They catch men. It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they will become great and waxen rich.
Yeah, man. Our people, they wax rich in wickedness. And they see that upheld so much in this society that they think that that's the way to go. You understand? Let me tell you something. Esau thrives on being completely separate from the spirit. He thrives in that way. Our people, we're not designed to thrive in that way. His moral compass that's attached to his success in the world is completely different from what our moral compass is attached to the word, to the instructions of Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahushai. That's what we're truly brought up. But our people, they look at Esau and they get jealous of what he has, so they mimic him. And in turn, that's why the spirit of white supremacy is on most of Jake, especially the nigga woman. The nigga woman and 2/3 Jakes, they look at you the same way a white supremacist would look at you. Right? The rhetoric, the way they talk, niggas ain't shit, they don't do this. They have that same sentiment towards each other. And the Israelite woman, especially towards the Israelite man.
Yep.
And really it just trickles on to Jake because she's raising the generations that are coming up. So in turn, man, it's like, dude, you can't function with our people. You love them, man. You know they cool sometimes, but and the bottom line is they're clung under wickedness, man. You know what the scripture say? The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them.
Right.
They've been completely seduced, and they're under the spell of Esau.
Yep. Look at what you have that our people watch and listen to.
Right.
Everything is basically on the vibration of Esau.
Right.
He brings out what he wants you jakes to see. And what did he use? He used other jakes to bring it out, because we're the salt of the earth. We have flavor. So he uses Jake's flavor to bring out his wickedness. You know?
Right.
Because Jake, they're gonna go above beyond and do the most. So when he's like, okay, I think, you know, this rap music talking about shooting each other, killing each other, women walking around half naked, he don't use his women to do so. He bring out you Jake, because, you know, basically Jake is an influencer.
Right.
So he used a small minute of Jake to influence the masses.
Yeah. And our people are the only people on earth that can't separate entertainment from the actual code of conduct.
Right.
All right? They can't see that, oh, this actually isn't how I should be. But it is, you know, I can see if you, because I might cut on the trap song, the radio playing, I might hear it, I'm like, oh, okay. I cut that shit off after a little while, because it's like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we're able to separate, okay, that's entertainment from, okay, this is a way of life. You know, you take on black culture, that deaf culture that Esau gave you, and you made it a way of life.
Right.
You guys got preachers that come on with them. And then, like, those that are truly seeking Yahawah, the scriptures say that they're going to be sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst thereof. If somebody wants to get Ezekiel 9.
I'm going to take it to Jeremiah 9 and 2. Read the first 3. Go ahead. You got something? Go ahead. Jeremiah 9 and 2. Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men. And wayfaring means men that's wandering. You see Jake got the basketball doing out, just wandering up down the street, man. Jeremiah felt that way.
Yeah, our people, they only think they got, the only way they can see themselves having value in this world is by bouncing the ball, entertaining Esau. Whatever Esau has set up for them to have value in, that's the only way they can see themselves truly having value.
Right. Yeah.
If Esau didn't set it up, you know, he's not going to make a way for you to be successful in something that he don't have a hand in.
Right.
That's why in turn, man, any Jake that reaches a particular level of success in this kingdom, he has completely let go of that spiritual compass. You have to be successful at a certain height in this society, you got to take on Esau's way of thinking and his moral code.
Yeah. Right.
So when we say people sell out, that's what it's really going into. They've completely detached from the moral code that they're supposed to have, you know, some society, some status in this world.
Right.
They didn't take the path that Moses took.
What's that? Integrity, bro.
Yeah, Moses to say, I'd rather suffer affliction with my people than the bear the riches of Egypt for a season.
Yep.
Hey, Esau's morals is having no fucking morals, man.
Right, do as thou wilt.
Yeah, do whatever the hell you want. That's why these celebrities, man, you know, whatever you know, genre they in, whether it be from sports, you know what I'm saying, musicians, man, even cooking, man, you know, all these celebrities, man, especially so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you know, when you like the brother said, when you get to a certain level in the entertainment industry, man, you know, you gotta basically, man, you gotta do all these vile acts, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way you're gonna stay relevant. That's the only way you're gonna be able to continue to get those crumbs, man. Okay, that you're being fed, that you're begging to be fed, okay, from the rich man's table, man. You see? And it's all coming out, bro. It's all videos on the shit what Jake gotta do. You know, you had that dude that used to be a No Limit Records, man. You know, he told how, you know, they'll go and they'll get Jake, man. They'll take him out. They'll get him drunk. They'll probably slide something, whatever he's smoking, or whatever he's drinking, man. And then next thing you know, he'll pass out. They'll have dudes have sex with him. He'll wake up the next day with a sore ass, man. And then they come with him with a bullshit deal, and they'll tell him, oh hell no. Then they'll pop that tape in, man. Mm-hmm. Well, look, you know, look what you
front page.
You know, exactly. You know, so and then they don't stop there. They got to keep going, because you know what I'm saying. They got to keep going with it, man. You know, you basically become Esau's slave, man.
That's right. That's right. He can't have you having. Let me tell you something. Influence is a serious thing. Esau needs to have influence on the minds of the people for his plans to succeed.
Right.
So in turn, when he allows Jake to have some kind of influence, it has to be kept in check, which is why he does things like that. Because if Jake got a lot of influence and he starts speaking things and people draw to Jake. The prime example, the guy Tate, the bald head dude, right?
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, yeah, that's his name. The man's he's speaking about masculinity and men being men, all right, and how in the long run it's better for society as a whole. But Esau wants to push a feminine spirit on men.
Right.
So he's like, you know what? This man's dangerous. And he pushed that in the media, and they were able to freeze this man's bank accounts.
Wow. He live in Romania.
He live in Romania. They shut his bank accounts down. They took him off. They wiped him from the internet because he has so much influence, and it's not in check. So they said we got to get his influence in check.
Right.
So they wiped this man from the internet. You understand? You see what we're talking about? This isn't something that's small that we're talking about.
Right.
This plays in the greater scheme of things. When we talk about the vibration that's on Jacob, Esau needs you to be in that vibration for his plans to go forward. But you guys just think we're being pricks.
Yeah.
We're being, you can't do nothing. Talking with them Hebrews like you can't do nothing. Dude, no. You're playing into the hand of your own destruction.
Well, that's because Christianity makes serving the Lord look whack, man.
Yeah.
You know, like it's something boring. Like you can't have no damn fun, man.
Right.
You can have plenty of fun doing what's righteous, man.
Right.
You know?
Hey, I had the best times of my life being around brothers.
Right.
Straight up.
You get me?
Straight up.
Seriously. When you're around sincere brothers, man, you don't gotta worry about a dude trying to get over on you on some nigga shit. You know what I mean? It's bro. When we're at class and we fellowship, brothers make plates for other brothers. There are men in this society who their wife hasn't fixed their plate in years.
Right.
She'll tell that guy, that's extra.
Yeah.
Why I gotta do that? That's extra. She'll make sure the kids eat, she eats. But when it get to your time to make your plate, her arms stop working. Right. So you get the mind, the vibration Esau has trickled in and put on our people and completely destroyed us to where we can't even get on one accord with our woman. But again, that's written in the curses to happen.
That's right.
So Jake is always looking for answers, man. Why? He's so frustrated and all the answers are right here.
I just can't believe it. Right. It's too simple. You got it.
Now, if I can make a point, man, that's why the scriptures say that he that departed from wicked, from evil maketh himself a prey. You made that example of how brothers, you have brothers making place for other brothers, man.
Yeah.
Now, when we go to the little taco spot, bro, everybody else in there, they'll get up, they'll leave, and they'll just leave their shit and just fuck the shit up.
Right.
We don't do that shit, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we clean our shit up, and put stuff up, just stack the chairs up. That's different, bro.
Right.
We stand out amongst these people, man.
Yeah.
When we go somewhere, man. Our conduct, and that's going back to the Yahawah Shah, that spirit that's in us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
We are the regal house of Israel. Regal. Royal. Royalty has a higher conduct than the typical citizen. They have a higher standard. They live by a higher standard than the typical person. So when you heard me say brothers, make plates for one another, that's a beautiful thing because we understand order amongst each other. We understand charity. You understand? We understand truly how to love one another. The people in the world, they don't understand love. That's why I brought up the reference of your woman won't even make your plate for you. That's extra to her. You give it that like it's a business transaction.
Yeah.
That's how the women, that's how our women look at a union or partnership. That's what they want to call it. Like it's a business transaction. No, it's the spiritual foundation and moral compass for our nation to grow and thrive and be in order, and to stand out from all the other nations. But they don't have a concept of being a part of a nation, having a standard. They can't even comprehend it. Slave queen. You know what I mean? You want to act like you're just so high and mighty. Well, look, the Lord had us be a people above all people.
Right.
And he gave us a conduct to follow after so that shows forth through our actions.
Hey, that's why the scripture saying Isaiah 1 and chapter 1 about the whole head is sick and there is no soundness in it, man.
Yeah.
When you actually go into that word soundness, man, you go to the what a definition is integrity, man. Integrity going back into morals, man. Our people have the nation of Israel, man, 2/3 of the nation of Israel have no morals, man. You know?
Can I read it?
It makes sense because the way they act is show and tell.
Right.
Show and prove they don't have no morals or no standard. Look how the women dress in our nation. Look how the so-called men dress in our nation. Yep.
Hey, you go to other countries, women will get stoned for dressing a particular way.
Yep. Well.
The women themselves, it was a woman on YouTube. She was in the Middle East, and she was driving her car, and a woman walked into her car, and she had on like a little halter top, and she said, "You know it's illegal to wear that." Another woman was checking her, like, "We don't do that here. What are you doing?"
Right.
So a standard, everybody has a standard except for Israel. But let me read what the brother quoted, Isaiah 1. I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider." They're okay with being a color.
Right.
They're okay with being African, even though Africa is a continent. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
They don't even consider the precepts that we bring out to show that we are those people. They don't even consider that.
Right.
You know?
I was watching the little debate with the Umar nigga, Dr. Umar, and some woman, and he was like, he was going into accountability and how the Israelite woman plays a hand in the destruction of her own nation.
Right.
And her rebuttal was, well, we want to talk about whose fault it is, It's y'all fault. Y'all was the one. She said it was so-called black men selling other black men to white supremacists. No. That happened on small portions, but the greater portion, man, was, Hamites was involved in that. We were dwelling in a land because we fled from persecution. So those are things that were prophesied to happen unto us, and we're in this predicament because we don't want to live by that standard that we were given. But but you know what? All the women on that panel, when she said that, they started clapping. Why are you clapping? Just think about what that means. They were clapping at us being taken into captivity. Oh, y'all ain't do nothing about it. They're on this devil's side.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why, hey man, the nigga woman, like our apostle never say, she's not on your side, she's not your friend. She's a white supremacist, man.
Yep.
Hosea 5, verse 13, it says, "Therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst." Hey, like I said, our people went into captivity. We're still in captivity today, and our people are, like it says in Hosea 4 and 6, our people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
And then they rejected knowledge. Like the Quran just went into, we let the people know that what we went through our history with the Atlanta slave trade and all this basically is referenced in the scripture, Deuteronomy 28. But what do our people do? They just basically close their ears. They don't want to hear that.
Why would God do that?
Yeah, why would God do that?
Why would God create something to destroy it?
You listen to everything. It's the white man's book. You listen to everything else the white man say, but then when we bring up the scriptures, now it's the white man's book.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
The man wrote that book. What? If you show me a book that a man hasn't wrote, show me one book that a man hasn't wrote, man wrote that book.
Then don't read no books. You know what? But you niggas don't read. Okay.
This is just because you made that point about accountability, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got, Esau pushes that, man. That's in his society. It's all about not having accountability, man.
Somebody else's fault.
Yeah, only people who are gonna have accountability is the elect, man, the remnant, man. This is Micah 7 and 9. "I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him." Accountability, man. You see? Now 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not gonna have that mindset, bro.
Not at all.
Right. It says, "Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, man. But the point was in the beginning of the verse, man.
Right.
You know, the elect are gonna have that mindset. We're gonna bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why the scriptures say only a remnant, though Israel be as the sand of the sea, only a remnant shall return. That remnant is gonna have, they're gonna take accountability for why this shit happened to us, man.
Right.
We fucked up. We sinned against the Lord. That's taking accountability, man. But like the brother said, man, these other people, man, don't have, especially the women, man, they don't have it. You know what I'm saying? No kind of accountability. They just pointing the finger, man.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I heard a woman say, you know what? I gotta do better. And that was it.
No.
That was it. Like, it stopped there.
No,
Because a female might say, you know, my bad. But you should have.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep.
We understand, like, bro,
Man.
we're filthy rags.
Right. Right.
We hope that we're a part of that number.
Yeah.
You get it? And we're able to do whatever to be back in good graces with our husband.
Man.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Man, we ain't shit. And we act like what we're asking for is such a hard thing to do. Well,
Right.
we do it. We submit unto our power.
Man. Wow.
You understand?
Yep.
We don't get upset. We just did a lesson before camp. The Lord uses a bunch of brothers. The Lord can use different, but he might, you know, the spirit might not be on you one week. He might be on another brother that week.
Right.
I don't get jealous of like, man, that's some bullshit. You know? No. The Lord has many vessels that he uses to accomplish the goal.
Yep.
We're about our Father's business. Right? So whatever his goal is our goal. So whatever your husband's goal is should be your goal.
Exactly. Even like,
Yeah.
you know, multiple wives.
Yeah.
Multiple wives on the
Yeah.
Yahawah shot, man.
That's the point I was
Yeah,
making
you know?
about it. The spirit might be on another brother.
Yeah, exactly.
The Lord might be having this brother, you know, he do a simple lesson and you be like, damn, I spent hours on my lesson and this brother got 1,000 views on his video. That's
Right.
okay. Nobody's tripping.
Yeah.
We gonna get up the next day and go hard again.
Man, we still got the same goal in mind.
Right.
You know?
We're trying to fulfill our husband's goal, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when we ask y'all to do it, y'all act like it's something that we don't do.
Right.
Well,
Right.
you know what, the nigga in the world, you know, he don't do it.
Yep.
But there's something, it's a simple concept to us. So when we see y'all, man, we know that's not the spirit of Yahawah and Yahawah. That's the spirit of Esau.
All day.
That jealous spirit.
Yep.
That same spirit that, you know, Cain was jealous of Abel's sacrifice.
So like jealous of Jacob.
Yeah, jealous. Jealousy.
Yep.
No, well, that's not us.
Right.
That's not our culture. That's not the standard the Lord gave us to operate in. Jealousy. You got, like I said, man, you got the vibration of Esau in you and your white supremacists. And the Lord gonna get rid of a big portion of y'all, man. 2/3 to be exact.
Great multitude. Yep.
Yeah, let me finish this Isaiah 1, the brother mentioned here. We break it down, brother. Verse 4. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord, claiming on Esau. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
That you a backslide. The scriptures say that, man. Our people constantly backslide, man. You know? If you look into the history, man, you will see, just take the book of Judges, for example, man. You know, the Lord always set up a judge. Jake could do right for a certain time, then you know, the judge would die. And Jake started fucking up again. It was just constant repetition of that bullshit, man.
Right.
You know?
They think the Lord ain't watching them. You know what I mean? That's you see, you know, bad kids when they daddy there, they want to act all good. Hey, Dad, how you doing?
Yeah.
And then when daddy ain't that, they acting a goddamn fool.
Yep.
That's Israel, man.
Yep.
No, man, you gotta be on point. The Lord always watching, but you gotta be on point even when you think you know He ain't. When you by yourself, when you away from the brotherhood, you gotta be on point regardless. Because that standard, you know, that's who you are. What the girls been saying now, they've been saying soft girl era. Yeah, they've been saying soft girl. Let's break that term down. Era is for just a portion of time.
Right.
Right.
So that means that era gonna end.
Yep.
No, you're supposed to be soft. You're supposed to be a pillar of rest.
Right.
That is your existence. That's not a portion of time, or when you feel good, or when things going your way.
Right.
we got to be men of the Lord even when the Lord brings evil upon us, which he does. Job told you that.
Yep.
So receive good from the Lord and not evil.
Right.
So, hey, thick or thin, we riding it down for our husband.
Right.
And y'all can't do the same.
Exactly.
And let me tell you something. We don't need Israelite women to bring back Israel.
That's
Nope.
right.
We carry the seed.
That's right.
We could just go get, I wouldn't get them because, you know, we can go get Moabite women and bring back Israel. They're going to have all y'all spirits, y'all going to come back in the world, y'all going to be right.
Yep.
Y'all not as important as you think. Y'all going to come to find it out here soon when this devil cut off. Let me tell you something. The Israelite woman, the only reason you're proud is because Esau's holding your hand right now, but he's getting ready to let it go.
That's right.
All the money, the cars y'all, your car ain't paid for. When all these businesses shut down, you ain't gonna have that job, that comfortable job that's sitting in your little office. You ain't gonna have that job no more. Sitting at the front desk, being proud. That shit gonna be gone. You ain't gonna have no car. And then when that happens, it's gonna get to a point that we're gonna be like, hey man, we can't keep giving y'all stimulus checks. This building, you know, you're living in this building, you can't pay for it. You know, y'all gonna have to vacate the premises.
Yep.
But you still gonna be independent then?
They're gonna turn to Esau, but Esau had a parachute and his wife jumping out the plane.
Yeah.
The plane nose diving.
Yeah.
Now Jake not a build a parachute.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at us about what we gonna do now. What we gonna do now?
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm gone. Shit,
Yeah.
bitch, what was you gonna do in the time? You know what I'm saying? No, bitch, you crazy motherfucker. Now what we gonna do?
No, man.
Better jump out the plane behind that cracker.
So all those women that are in the spirit, they'll be like, oh, men. You know, I done heard every woman in my life say that at least once. Men. Men is gonna be the hiding place from the wind.
Yep.
So that would be like us saying, Yahawah.
Right.
What the fuck?
The court system is going to become obsolete. So when
Right.
you basically thinking I'm going to slap and hit this man and
Yeah.
you touch me, I'm going to call the police.
Yeah.
No, you going to get your ass handed to you because it's going to be lawless.
Everybody gonna cling on to their own, man.
And that independent spirit, man, and a woman, man, they're just basically, if you in that spirit, you denying your existence, your true role, man.
Right.
Because your true role is to be a helpmate unto your husband, man.
Right.
Man, bro, today, bro, I got out of work, bro, and I got a call saying the AC went out, bro. I turned around, went back to the job, went to the chick apartment, two, you know what I'm saying, young chick just moved in, man.
Right.
Bro. So I went in there, I said, so, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's burning up in here. I said, how long it's been like this? 2 days? I said, why you just not saying something? You know? I don't know. Bro, I went over to the thermostat, bro. Simple problem. I just pushed the thermostat in. The bitch kicked on. AC just kicked on. I ain't have to do shit. You just touch the thermostat.
Stupid.
It's showing you how much a woman needs a man, bro.
Right.
Them don't know what the fuck to do, man.
Right.
You know? Especially in these times that we coming into, like the brother said, man, hey, a man is gonna be a man of the Lord. Let's get that clear,
Right.
man. It ain't gonna be just any Joe Blow nigga, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a man of the Lord. It's gonna be as a hiding place, man.
Yeah.
Because in that time, this investment, this treasure that we land up in heaven, man, this investment is gonna pay off. It's gonna be seen in the times to come, man.
Man,
You know?
Right.
That's right.
And look, if I have a speaker in that day, you know, Lord willing, I might have to play that song. A bitch walk up to me, INDEP. Look, hey, bitch, keep pushing, man.
That shit blaring out your window.
For real. And let me tell you, look, down here in Dallas, man, you see a lot of homeless people. Well, I was thinking like a mile down the street in front of the library over there, it's like a little tent city. Men carry homelessness a lot different than women do.
Right.
And that's about to be a reality for a lot of people, man, in the time to come. A woman that's homeless, her lifespan, I believe, is like a third of what a homeless man's lifespan is.
Damn. Wow.
I gotta go find that article again, man. Why is that? It's innate for us to survive. We're equipped to be in a survival mode. You're equipped to make a home. You're equipped to aid. You're a sidekick. It's not a partnership.
You want to be Batman.
Yeah, you're the weaker vessel. You're not even Robin.
Right.
You're not even Alfred.
Right.
Look, that doesn't make your role within the grand scheme of things unimportant.
Exactly.
But you got to understand what they say who the prize is.
Right. You need to be properly guided and instructed.
Yes, man. You need
Women need
provision.
instruction, man.
You need provision, right? Instruction, protection.
See, we need instruction. We need
Yeah.
the same thing y'all need.
That movie, The Book of Eli, that's a book. That's a movie.
Yeah.
That, bro, the women, you can see women walking around the street. You see what happened when a woman was in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a suicide mission.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
It's a suicide mission for a woman to be out here when people are in survival mode. Because that's what it's about to come to. People are about to be in survival mode. In Chicago, what is it, Chicago?
Yeah.
Where they just passed all the, they said these laws aren't,
2023.
yeah,
What?
2023, kidnapping, what, name some, brothers, I can't
Second
remember.
degree murder.
Second degree murder, drug
All
dealing,
of this, I think assault.
assault. These are things you could hold,
You basically gonna have to handle that shit yourself.
Yeah, you gotta take care of it.
Yeah, he said that
You
if
gonna have to deal with somebody lodge in your barn.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
he said.
You know, he said that if somebody come and lodge in your barn,
Your home.
yeah.
basically in your home, but he used the barn. He didn't want to get too, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to bug these people out.
What is
But
that-
that's basically what he was saying.
What does that sound like? Because that, look, let me tell you, when radical things like that happen in a city, it doesn't just stay in that city.
Right.
It starts to trickle over to other cities.
Exactly.
And those conditions, you know, he said it like you said. He said it in a smooth way.
Right.
You know, this devil's word is
Cause too much
smooth.
panic. You know, panic.
But that sounds a lot like the purge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Those
That's what's coming.
conditions sound a lot like the purge,
Yeah.
and that's coming. Man. Let's go get 2 Ezra 16.
Yeah, and if I can add real quick, that's why the scriptures say in Isaiah 13 that a man's gonna be more precious than fine gold, the wedges of Ophir, man.
Yeah.
Not just any man, like Khan said, a man of the Lord.
Right.
Going right along with Isaiah 4:1, man. Those 7 women taking hold of one man, man.
Yeah.
That's why you're talking trash now, but in that day, when all these conditions that the Kanye, the elder is going into, come to a city near you, all those attitudes and mentalities are going to change, man. You know, you independent women, man.
That's right.
You know, you going to bow your ass down in that day.
And like in the book of Eli, when he was on that bridge, he kept saying to himself, stay on the path.
Right.
Stay on the path.
Right.
Brother Amawanga Bar had posted that clip on his page.
Yeah.
He said, this is not my fight. Dude got shot. They
Yeah.
raping this chick. One chick is hooked up to a garbage cart. He walked past her. She was like, help me, help me. He kept saying, stay on the path.
Right.
Stay on the path. That's not my fight. When this
Right.
shit happened, and your ass getting fucked off in these streets,
Right.
that's not our fight. Our fight is right now.
Exactly.
I walk past your ass, you get kicked in the face. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
Stay on the path, Bun. Stay following, bro.
it.
Okay. Every woman, every other nation of women, the East Indian woman, her man gonna be there protecting her. The white man gonna be protecting his woman. Okay,
Yeah, I hear you.
but you think Jake gonna be protecting y'all when everybody in a free fall? Y'all gonna be used as currency. Y'all gonna be bartered.
Yep.
All that ass, I saw you good for anyway. You shake your ass everywhere you go.
Right.
You're going to be bartered. You think we give a damn? No. For the Lord to put the spirit on us to want to be a covering for a woman, bro, the Lord gonna have to put the spirit on us. It's gonna be after something like, yo, the Lord definitely telling me to deal with her.
Right. Right.
Because y'all are liabilities, man. And y'all don't want to come up under the umbrella.
Right.
That's that soft girl era shit they mentioned. Like I said, it's for a time. It's for their convenience. It's not because that's who they are. They see that, they foresee that times are getting hard, and they need some provisioning and some protection. That's all that is, man. But when things hit the fan in this society, even the man's heart is going to be fainting for fear of the times.
Yep. Right.
When we're going to read it in 2 Ezra, Ezra said, woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days? Because he's seen the hectic state that the society was in, man.
Yep.
If somebody got something, or
Just
if you
like
wanna
that,
get-
super awful.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 16 and 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death.
Famine and great death. Right now, if you go into the grocery stores, there's still food there, but it ain't packed with food. Huh? So what happens when another incident, like the C-19, plays out, and it's happening? When things become in short demand here in society, especially in America, we get a little short on toilet paper. It's riots at Walmart. Y'all see that? When they had a little while ago when they had a shortage on toilet paper, and Jake was rushing, trampling people, trying to get to the toilet paper. What happens when the shelves are half? And if you don't get there early, you don't get nothing.
Man, love of many shall wax cold, man. That's what the scriptures that's what we're going into, man. You know, these people ain't gonna give a damn because it's an old grandma barely walking trying to get some toilet paper. They just gonna reach over that bitch and take the last one.
Knock her off the way.
You know, exactly, man. You know, these people, man, and like the brother said, bro, you can take Black Friday for an example. If these niggas is fighting over good, simple TVs and shit, imagine when it's something that's actually needed, like water or food.
Yeah, they'll trample each other for a sofa, a PS5. What happens when they need to get to the medicine?
Right.
Huh?
Right.
What happens when they need to get to the water? Things you need to survive and live.
All these things that our people take pleasure in, they take pleasure in these carnal things, man.
Yeah.
You know, they so proud of their furniture and all that, the house that they got. Man, that shit ain't gonna even fucking matter, man, when there ain't no fucking food on the shelves, man.
That's right.
You ain't gonna give a damn about no fucking TV, you know, no PlayStation 5. You don't give a damn about your fucking car, man, because you don't want to eat.
Right.
Food is gonna be more important, man.
Yeah. And it ain't gonna be a plethora of men to take you on foodie dates, to take you out to eat.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of young women, that's how they get their meals throughout the week. Men take them out to eat and get them food. Those men aren't gonna be able to do that. They're not gonna be thinking about you.
It was this woman that basically was on social media telling them, like, I got a boyfriend, I got a man, but while he at work doing stuff, I get up, get ready, go on a date, take him out. She was showing like she'd be out, feeding him. Next thing you know, she getting home, get ready for another date.
Yeah, I see
That's how she gets her meal.
Yeah. Then when she get home on a second date, her man waiting for her.
Yeah.
I was like, come on,
So
bro.
she might ghost the dude for the second date. And he's like, damn, what's up with her? She just needed food for that day.
That's all she needed.
Y'all men got it fucking. Damn, I don't blame the bitches, man. Some fucking niggas, man. Fucking simple ass men,
I ain't
man.
take you out to eat shit.
Oh, some pussy nigga. God, man.
Yeah, go ahead,
Done. Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 18, it says, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
Yeah.
The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
The beginning of wars. In a time of war, the mentality of the people, especially when the war is close to home. See, America hasn't experienced, the people here haven't experienced a war being close to home. You know what I mean? Fighting, or, you know, troops being close to shore, or, we have to evacuate this city because, you know, troops are here.
Yep, right.
America's never experienced that. The mentality of people change. Men are, you know, the values that Esau tried to push on men where they're like, oh, okay. No, men are going to turn into men.
Right.
Because they're going to have to survive.
Well, yeah.
And they starting to feel that shit too. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you notice, man, your electric bill is going up, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all due to the shit that's happening with Russia and Ukraine. You know, and eventually it's gonna get more and more shit. You had California put an article out saying they gonna get rid of the ban gas vehicles, man. You know, and that's gonna happen in other states as well, man. So this is all the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning, man. It's gonna get worse than that, man. Inflation is gonna go up while your ass still making $10, $12, man. Your rent is steady gonna fucking increase, man. You know, it ain't gonna get better for you people, man. When you gonna realize this shit?
Yep.
And then it said in there, it said like at the beginning of sorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, cause each day passes, man. Like Pastor Bob video called, each day that passes bring a new terrifying revelation, man. This shit about to go down, bro. Every day this shit, right? The Lord reveal it more and more, man. They get more realer and realer each day. Okay?
This is Ecclesiastes 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. And like the son just said, he's going into what? The beginning of sorrows, beginning of famine and all these things that's about to happen. This is the time and the season that we're in. All right? The birth and the what did it say in Matthew 24, the giving unto marriage and all this celebration, it's about to stop. It's getting shut down. Like you say, you can't go party when you ain't got no money. You know, and if you ain't going to a party and hang out and all this, what happens to these places where you go and celebrate and enjoy your mirth? They're gonna get shut down.
Hey, in England, that's happening. A lot of the tax on the keep, know, your bar open. You're so high, they're like, bro, we're losing money. So we're going to have to close down for, half of the year. And then if it don't get better by the end of the half of the year, we just ain't going to open.
Right.
So people ain't going to have, because these people thrive on escapism. Because Jake knows he's under the curses. But escapism, like, is something that you give into mirth, you give into folly, so that you're distracted from the state that you're in society.
Right.
So that's why you see Jake plays games all day. He's on the video game all day. He has to listen to music all day. I love music. But sometimes you got to be quiet and think. And meditate in silence.
Y'all think a lot of prophecies unfolding right now?
Yes, biblical prophecy is playing out right now. Yes. This will be the end times. Yeah, a lot of, somebody get Revelation 13:16.
So what's going to happen next?
We're about to answer you. We're about to answer you. The major prophecy that we're looking for, all right, is the MOTB. I can't say it on YouTube because they'll flag us. So read it. Go ahead and read it.
Revelation 13:16. It says, and he causes both all small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead.
So he calls it all. Now there's a man that's in rulership. What man is in rulership over the whole earth? Of course. When the Bible calls him the Edomites. Okay, so that's why they went and changed the names of all the people.
I thought the Arabs were the Edomites.
No, the Arabs are not the Edomites.
Because like the Edomites were related to the Israelites. You know how they came out like one was Spanish, right?
Yeah, Jacob and Esau. One came out red. You can see his blood. No. One came out red all over. Somebody get into Genesis. No. Red, as in actual red. You can see their blood show forth through their skin. Somebody get that in Genesis real quick. So Esau is the so-called white man, the same people that are over NATO and the EU, the same people who run all the central banks. They're all the same people.
All same people.
They're the same family of people, right? So you got to go through prophecy to understand who's who, because it said Esau will be in rulership at the end of the world. Somebody get 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. So whoever Esau is has to be over the currency for this Revelation 13:16 to play out. So we're gonna read this and then we're gonna go back to Revelation 13:16 and read it again. Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 25. It says, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment.
Yeah,
and they called his name Esau.
Esau meaning wasted away is he. His father, I saw, like, oh shit, he doesn't look like everybody else. It described Esau because everybody else was brown. It didn't describe Jacob because he looked like everybody else.
Right.
But it had to describe Esau because something was different about him. You can see his blood through his skin.
Right.
That's who Esau is.
Do a white man look like his shirt?
He's red. He's pink.
Red.
Pink is a derivative of what? Red. That's who it is. The same people that took you into captivity, the same people that were the Romans. You connecting it? All right. So now let's go back to that Revelation 13:16. So this man that's in power is getting ready to put something on all society. All right, and it's going to be linked to you being able to function in society, being able to buy and to sell, literally.
Electronic tag.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, you got a precept?
I got a quick one, bro.
Okay.
Just to show that, I'm going to read it first. It's Genesis 38 and verse 27 in the NLT. It says, when the time came for Tamar to give birth, it was discovered that she was carrying twins. While she was in labor, one of the babies reached out his hand, and the midwife grabbed it and tied a scarlet string around the child's wrist, announcing this one came out first. But when he pulled back his hand and out came his brother, what? The midwife exclaimed, how did you break out first? So he was named Perez. All right, but the point I wanted to make was in verse 28, man. It says the first came, he stuck his arm out and they tied a ribbon around it, man. Why did they do that? Because they looked alike. They was actually the same melanin. And when you go into the story of Esau, they didn't have to do that because the melanin, Esau not having a pigment, they didn't have to do that, bro. Yeah. They didn't have to tie a ribbon around him.
To know who the firstborn is.
Exactly. The why.
You know what I mean? So, a lot of people, they push that rhetoric because our people especially, they don't want the white man to be the problem. They want to be accepted by him.
Right.
When this is the very people that the Lord has a quarrel against.
Right.
The Lord has a quarrel with them, not just us. The Lord actually created him to be the bad guy.
Another quick point, bro. Now, when you read in the book of Maccabees, you know what I'm saying? That's going into when Esau actually started to started ruling during the Greek time.
Yeah, the Greeks.
The Greeks. Now, Esau had a big thing about pushing swine upon Israel, man. And when you look at the so-called Arabs, they don't eat that, bro.
Right.
They got halal, so-called halal food.
Right.
You know, they don't eat swine, bro. Who pushes eating swine? The fucking baconator. Bacon on every goddamn thing. So-called
They
way.
put pork in water bottles.
Bro, they got a fucking bacon soda, bro.
Yep,
Actually,
yep. Ice
soda
cream.
drink, bro.
Yeah.
The chips.
Now, if the Arabs were so-called the Edomites, that don't match up, bro, because
Yeah.
they don't push that.
Yeah.
You know.
When the Greeks, they actually, when they were taking over our people, they were forcing us to eat it.
Yeah.
Right.
And telling us, you can't call yourself a Jew.
Right.
Yeah, the story with Eleazar, there was a great man amongst Israel, Eleazar, they said, hey, eat this pork in front of the people, man, so that, you know, people will follow after you. You're a great man, people look up to you, eat this pork. He said, no, I ain't gonna do it. They said, okay, well, you don't gotta eat the pork, just make it look like you did. And Eleazar was like, no, of course I'm not doing this. And they put him to death, man, he stood stiffly. Now, let's get to this Revelation 13:16.
Then he died slowly from the Lord.
He got put to death for not eating it. So the Arabs, they don't get down with that.
Right.
So you're going through historical, you know, accuracies. Who matches up to be Esau? Not the Arabs. And the one, they're not in rulership. They answer to Esau.
Right.
Then you say he's a hunter too.
Yeah, man of the field.
Bro, who got the whole fucking room full of animal heads?
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Super
Ace Ventura. You seen Ace Ventura #2?
Yeah.
They went over there, that nigga had the animal. That nigga walked in the room with all them damn animal heads.
Right.
Man, that's only Esau, man.
Yep.
And then another one in Revelation 13, that's why I said another beast that was like unto a leopard, man.
Yes.
Going back into that Greek empire, man.
Yep, Alexander the Greek.
Yep.
Hey, you do your history on Rome, it was basically first called Edom Rome.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Edom Rome.
I should
Esau
have mentioned
Edom.
that, yeah.
And America,
DC.
Right.
DC,
Right,
right?
yeah.
But DC was called Edom or something. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yep,
Rome.
Edom, something like that. Rome, yeah,
Rome
Rome,
was
Washington,
DC, yeah.
yeah, something like that. Yep.
So these people know what's up, and that's why they got to change the names of all the people.
Right.
They start calling us a color. They start, you know, they changed the, because the Iranians, it used to be no, as Assyrians, it was used to be Assyria.
Yep.
They start changing it because if you're able to match it up, you're like, oh, these people are this and this and that. They can't have that being common knowledge.
Yep.
All right? But why'd you get that?
Let's do that right quick.
Okay.
I got it right here. This is Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever,
Right.
and their dwelling places to all generations. They call the lands after their own names.
Now Africa's named after who?
Yeah.
Edomite, right? America's named
Yep.
after who? Amerigo Vespucci.
Vespucci,
Right, so
right.
you know
Yeah.
who's going around naming lands that are clearly not theirs after themselves.
The word America means bitter.
Right?
So
So-
the condition of our people.
Right, go ahead.
If you want to bring it here, you know, we can bring it right here. Pennsylvania. Who is Pennsylvania named after? William Penn, Edomite,
Right.
so-called white.
So,
Right here.
So that's who that. So now we establish who Edom is. And somebody gets 2 Thessalonians like 9 where it says he coming after
Oh, yeah,
the working
yeah,
of Satan.
yeah.
There's a man upon the earth. Now that we broke down who Esau is, who his coming is after the working of Satan.
Right.
All right. So we're gonna read that. Then we're gonna read the prophecy because you asked about prophecy, right? We're gonna get into a few. So we're gonna read that Revelation 13:16. Your brothers, you can get Daniel 12
It's at the second episode.
and 4. All right, you got that. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians. Yeah.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, even him who's
Oh,
coming.
read up a little bit.
Come. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Doth already work. Who was ruling during that time? Huh?
White man?
The Romans.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
The wicked will be revealed. And right now in this time, he's being fully revealed. We went through all the different prophecies and historical accounts to show you who it was. Go
Man,
ahead.
that got a capital W, man.
Yeah.
Meaning, like I said, the wicked going
Yeah.
Malachi 1 and 4, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Tying
The
Esau to the wicked,
Right.
man. Okay? It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, because it's prophesied in a very particular fashion on how this devil's kingdom will fall. But we ain't gonna be, that would be a whole nother topic. Huh? Via World War III. by the nuclear missiles, and then the chariots of the Lord are also going to reveal themselves to this place.
All that stuff going on in Ukraine, that's like this.
Those are the makings for this international conflict. So we're looking at the groundwork for World War III, which is prophesied in the Bible as well, to play out. And this is good for us because after this place falls, that's when our kingdom gets established and built up. And that's what we want, right? Okay. Who's coming is after the working? Yeah.
Verse 9. Even him who's coming is after the workings of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
With all power and signs and lying wonders, and we're going to get into some of those power and signs and lying wonders. His coming is after the working of Satan. So there's a people upon the earth who carry out the bidding of wickedness.
Right.
Wherever they go, death, destruction, lies, deceit, all this follow them.
Right.
Wherever nation they go to, those conditions follow them. And they affect primarily the nation of Israel, which would be the so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans.
Right.
Okay.
If I can add, there's a woman, an Edomite woman, by the name of Barbara Marks Hubbard, and she made a quote that we are the riders of the pale horse. And when you read in Revelation the 6th chapter, it goes. Can I get it real quick?
Yeah. That's
grab it real quick. Revelation the 6th chapter, real quick. It quotes exactly what she said they are. It's Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8, and it reads, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse," which a horse represents power.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're thinking like a
Horsepower.
GT, exactly, GT Mustang, known for its power and its quickness. Its quickness. So horse represents power, and who's in power right now? So-called white man. It says, "I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him."
And hell is a living condition.
See it?
It's not a place you burn and go to.
Right.
Like right now, our people as a nation, we're in our hell. The nation of Edom or Esau, right? They're in their heaven.
Right.
They're living in a heavenly state, man.
Right.
They have no care, no worry.
Right.
Their path for life is set up.
Yeah.
If they fuck it up, it's because they went out their way to fuck it up. You see?
Right. It says, "And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth," which is talking about America, because during that time in the ancients, the known world was Europe, Africa, and Asia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that fourth part represents America.
Woo.
It says, "To kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, with the beasts of the earth." And when you understand when Alexander came over here to the northern kingdom, the so-called Native Americans and the Hispanics were already here, man. And they came over here and they made them bow down. Right. Well,
they came here after the Assyrian captivity.
Right.
After they were let out of the Assyrian captivity, they sailed around.
I'm talking about like the common Native Americans, like with the long hair. That's not how they look like. They was like black.
Yeah, the Israelites, they came over here to the Americas. They were darker complexion. They've been lightened over time.
Right.
But we had the same forefathers.
They don't want to be your people though. I'm talking about the Native Americans right now.
No, they're not.
So Jacob, let me break it down to you. So Jacob, let me explain it to you. Jacob had 4 wives. All right. All the tribes had different features.
Right.
Same spirit.
Right.
Different features. Like right now, if you had a child with a white woman, does that make that baby an Edomite now? Yeah. No. So how the Lord, somebody get Numbers 1 and 18. Yeah. So we're gonna explain to you how lineage works.
Right.
Which is, another thing that people struggle over.
Right.
This you carry the seed.
Right.
It was so important in ancient times for a man to have a son.
Right.
Because that's how we come back in the earth.
Right.
Regardless of who the woman is. So that's why, we laugh when women say, "I'm surprised."
Right.
Yeah, you're important to the family structure, but the man carries the seed. We keep the nation going.
Right.
All right, so go ahead and read Numbers 1:18. I'm going to break down how lineage works according to the Lord.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Numbers 1, verse 18. And it says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house
Pedigree,
of their
you know what that
fathers."
means? Pedigree? Your lineage. Yeah. So they were declaring their pedigree by who?
Declaring their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
And that's why when you read the scriptures, you always hear what? Abraham begat Isaac. Isaac begat Jacob, right? So it's men begatting other men.
Right.
You know, if we're thinking that in this terms,
They all in the same nation. You know, it's not no other nation.
yeah, they're the same nation because that's the same seed.
So like,
I'm gonna let you have your, I'm gonna let you say your piece, but let me explain this one, just to finish the point. So, men carry the seed. So like, if I have orange seeds, right, and I plant some here in Texas, and I plant some in California, and in China, and in Russia, those are all different lands. Women representing the land. But what tree is gonna spring forth from that land? If I had orange seeds and I plant them in all the different lands, regardless of the land, it's gonna be orange tree, right? So this is why you have instances where you're gonna run across somebody who may not necessarily look like us, like Blake Griffin. You know who that is?
okay, hold up. Oh, yeah, I know who
Blake Griffin. His dad is a Levite. Dark. He darker than you. But yeah. Blake Griffin is an Israelite.
Right.
He's by his father's seed,
Right.
right? Which is why it was so important in our nation for men to keep track of who your father was on your father's side. All right? Blake Griffin has a child, right, with the white woman as well. That baby don't look like us at all. But according to the grandfather, he's a Levite. He's a Haitian.
Right.
So the spirit is not a fleshly thing. This is just a suit.
Okay.
This we gonna shed this shit.
Right.
Now, the spirit, the Lord sees that child, that's an Israelite.
Right.
So that's why you have to bring out the word, and whoever can fully comprehend this word for what it is, but truly what we're bringing out to you is truth.
Right.
We can be like, okay, this person might be an Israelite, even though they may not look like us,
Right.
because we were scattered in different slaveries all around the world.
Right.
We had men that went to Vietnam and laid with all those Vietnamese women and left all those children over there.
Nope.
And then 20 years later, they win in all the breakdancing competitions.
Right.
Slam dunk.
Those are Israelites.
Exactly.
There's people that look like you, that they father go back to an Edomite. And you're like, there's something off about this nigga,
Like
man.
what's my man
I
named
just
Seeketh?
can't, something ain't right with this dude's spirit because he looks like you, but he's not.
And like Lenny Kravitz.
Right.
Right.
Lenny Kravitz's father is white.
Tia and Tamara.
Hey,
Tia
that's
Samara.
that tennis player that she looked just like
they not black.
Asian.
No, their fathers are
Father's
Edomites.
a white man.
So you can take on features
Right.
from a person. They don't, what is your spirit?
That tennis player. She looks like a straight Asian. Her name
Asian,
Osaka,
right, yeah.
but her daddy is Haitian.
Yeah.
But she looks just like you see her, you be like, nah, she's from
And that's why the scriptures say Israel will be as a speckled bird.
Right.
It said that for, you know, you ever seen a speckled bird? Different colors, different shades.
Right.
It said Israel will be as a speckled bird for a reason.
Right.
Because we were sitting in all these different slaveries in captivity. So a lot of people, you know, when they hear the great multitude, and they read about the great multitude and all the nations, out of every nation, they think it's talking about all people. No, it's talking about all the Israelites in those different nations that are going to look like those people, right? But they're not those people.
Right.
I got some, bro. This Numbers 24:7. It says, he shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters. Now, let me get this word for waters, man. All right.
Seaman, tell you.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Strong's
Buckets
H,
out of his rods.
Songs H 43:25.
You gotta hear this one. You gotta hear this one.
It says Strong's H 43:25 Mayim. I'm gonna go down to the Strong's definition. It says semen. So with that being understood, let's go back and read that verse again, man. It's Numbers 24, okay, in verse 7. It says, he shall pour his water or his semen out of his bucket, his nutsack, and his seed shall be in many waters. Now, what do the waters represent? Where are they, bro?
This is Revelation 17.
Huh?
Waters. Now, we're going to get
We're gonna break it down with the word.
Revelation 17:15. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest,
So the waters which thou sawest,
where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
so the waters represent people, multitude, nations, and tongues. So he gonna pour out his bucket. I mean, he's gonna put his seed in many people. So with that being said, like it says in Isaiah 11:11, the Lord is gonna set his hand a second time to recover the remnant of his people from Cush, from Pathros, from all these different nations. Now they ain't gonna come out and look at dark skin like Wesley Snipes, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna look like other nations. They may look like a so-called white man. They may look like a so-called Chinese man, but their spirit, like the brother is going into, goes back unto the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
My son look like Derek Jeter, bro. His mom is white. My son, I have a son.
Your wife what?
No, my son's mother, she's white. See, he look like Derek Jeter.
So you had a child with a woman.
But he's still an Israelite because of me.
my father that
He don't look like me. He way lighter than me.
That's right. And we're gonna be when we're delivered out of this place. On top of that, remember these are just vessels. These are temporary things. We're gonna be changed. We're gonna be given new bodies, and when we get those new bodies, man, we're gonna have our pigmentation.
Everybody got their pigment back, man.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be back to dark
The
skin,
only
bro.
people that don't got the pigmentation.
I heard your spirit don't look. Your spirit is not the same as the flesh. When you die,
Your spirit dwells in a body.
what?
Your spirit dwells in a body.
When you die,
When you
No, your
die,
spirit.
you
die,
got scripture to back it. Like,
What the- hey,
all spirits go back unto the Father.
Ecclesiastes, what the fuck?
Yeah, but
Ready?
wait, say it again.
No, you,
Yeah,
I mean,
the
that's
spirit goes. Let me tell you how life and death works according to the word. And brothers, we can pull precepts on this. We can get all spirits go back to the Father, right? Now, when you perish, your spirit goes back to the Father. You receive your judgment, and you come back upon the earth through the seed of your yeah. Hell ain't a place you die and go to. You remember I mentioned that to you, right?
it is like the firmament. Isn't it like layers to the earth?
12 and 7.
That's something I looked at. You know what I'm talking about?
We're talking about when you perish. Your spirit goes to the Father. You come back every 3 to 4 generations, like the scripture.
there's a
No,
third
To
heaven.
the final.
So you talk about levels of heaven. You got this heaven, the first heaven, right? The sky.
You don't Shiloh?
All right. Then you have the second heaven, which is space, and you have the third heaven, which is the spiritual realm. That's where your spirit goes and receives its judgment, and then you come back on the earth through the Lord, through the seed of your Father.
I got it all.
You got it. Go ahead. Read.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was.
This temporary vessel that we're talking about, which ain't shit.
We all
We're
made
gonna
from the
shed
dirt.
this. We're gonna be when we step into the kingdom. We're gonna be given a higher grade of existence. We're gonna have regular bodies.
Right.
Remember, you ever heard the song in the church? Hey, they shall mount up on wings. You ever heard that song? Well, we're gonna be given an immortal body. So this is just this is gonna pass away. All right, this is just a temporary vessel. Go ahead, brother.
And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
So your spirit returns unto the Father who gave it. Now you receive a judgment. You receive whatever you
Up there you get instructions, you're gonna get your judgment.
You gonna come back here and you gonna live it out because this is what people live out. If somebody get Ecclesiastes,
So what are the
go ahead and read.
What are the
Might come back
That's
one day,
under the sun,
might come back
place
with a
of
no
judgment.
torso.
It's
up to you.
Yeah.
Because you just asked the question. You just said pretty much what's the judgment, right?
Yeah.
So let me read something for you real quick. It's the book of St. John, the 9th chapter, right?
Oh, yeah,
Verse 1.
yeah.
Now just listen, right? Listen very
Yeah.
intensively. It says, and as Jesus passed by, which we know his name is Yahawah, and as Jesus or the Messiah passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, right? So he's blind, he's born blind, right? And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So why would his disciples ask him if he was born blind, if this man was born blind, right? Why would his disciples ask the Lord who sinned, him or his parents, for him to be born blind?
He had to sin in a previous life.
He had to, because you live out your judgment on the planet Earth after things you've done in your past life. That's why and that was a common understanding back then.
Right.
Reincarnation was a very common understanding back then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And don't come back against no bug, no roach, no cow.
Right.
No.
Yeah, you come back and go into your fathers, like I was saying to you.
That's 1 Corinthians 15. But I got one real quick.
Okay,
It's
real
gonna tie right into it.
Okay.
This is 2 Ezra 14 and verse 35.
Yeah, okay, same thing. That's the spirit.
I thought you had Ecclesiastes. Sorry, my bad.
Go ahead,
All right, this is 2 Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. You see, where it says, let me read it again.
Verse 34.
Okay.
Verse 34.
All right, 2 Ezra 14 and verse 34, it says, therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive.
And your heart represents your mind.
Yeah.
Live in the Hebrew. So if you will reform your own or change your own understanding, what you've been taught, because the average person has been taught lies and deceptions, you know what I'm saying? They've been taught you only live once and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's saying if you will reform that, go ahead.
It says, ye shall be kept alive, and after death you shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Live again.
So live again. So after death, you're going to live again.
That's 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 34.
Yep.
Well, the Apocrypha is a part of the Bible.
Yes.
It was taken out in the 1800s. So it's a part of the Bible. But let me read you Ecclesiastes 3, just to back the brothers up. Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which has been is now.
Right.
And that which has already been, so like, let me read that again. And that which is to be hath already been. And God requireth that which is past. Okay? And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. What's under the sun?
People.
Earth.
We standing on it.
Earth.
Well,
Under
it
the
ain't under the
sun.
sun, but
You know what I'm saying? And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. All right? So here, there's righteousness and wickedness going on. You got us trying to pursue righteousness. You got people doing wickedness. But this is where the judgment is played out.
Right.
This is the playing field where when people go, their spirits go back, and they receive their judgment, they live it out here. So that's what we're trying to get across to you. You don't get this concept in the church,
Right.
because they don't go into the scriptures and read.
I don't know.
You know?
Can you give it a chapter 1? I'm sorry.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is another one just to back you up. This is the book of Mark, chapter 6. Verse, let's see. I'm gonna start at verse 13, right? It says, and they cast out many devils and anointed with oil many that were sick and healed them. And King Herod heard of him, talking about the Messiah, right? King Herod heard that the Messiah was, he heard of this guy, this man that was healing people, right? It says, for his name was spread abroad. And he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead. Because when you go into the history, John the Baptist got killed, he got beheaded, right?
He got beheaded.
It says, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. Others said, of the Lord, others said that it is Elias.
Yeah.
Now Elias is who? Elias is Elijah.
Yeah.
So they was like, it's Elias. And others said that it is a prophet, or as one of the prophets. So, mind you, they're saying, they're seeing the Lord, who the world called Jesus, walk around healing people. King Herod, like, dang, John the Baptist raised from the dead.
Yeah.
He just put him to death.
Yeah.
Others was like, no, that's Elijah. Others was like, no, he another one of the prophets that came,
Yeah.
that was gonna come back.
Right.
They had that common understanding that people come back. Everybody in the ancient world, everybody understood that. Oh, this is a new concept. This is a very new concept. Recent couple hundred years that people think, oh, I die, I go to heaven and hell.
Right.
No, Esau made that lie up.
Right.
That's a lie. Oh, his hey, who Esau? Yeah, his judgment. He's going into slavery. He put us into captivity. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed by the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. It says that in Revelation. That's not the final judgment. After that, he's going to be eliminated. The Lord's going to eliminate him. Obadiah, read the book of Obadiah. That one page that nobody ever reads.
Right.
That's what it's judgment. Somebody get Obadiah 118. Okay.
2 Ezra 5:42. And he said unto me, I would liken my judgment unto a ring. Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first. So the Lord said he's going to liken his judgment unto a ring. And if you look out into the earth, everything is basically reincarnated.
Yeah.
Every year you have what? Summer, winter, fall. You know, the season. They're basically reincarnated.
Yeah.
Every morning the sun come back. You know. Likewise with us. Everything is on the cycle, man. You know. Even if you look around, basically.
Right.
Yep. Straight
Reap
up,
what
bro.
you sow.
Can we get that real quick out?
Oh yeah, this
That'll
is
ain't no escape as well.
to back the brother up. This is a
Ain't no
beautiful one
escape,
too.
man.
This is Ecclesiastes 1. I'm gonna start at verse 9. All right. It says, "The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun." Are you?
Now let me
Okay.
get something real quick, and I want you to read it again.
Okay.
Because we're going to read it in context. Now.
Yeah.
It says the thing that hath been. This is Ecclesiastes 6:10. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Woo! So go back to that and let's
Yeah.
read it in context. We're
Yeah.
going to put man where the thing is. Go ahead.
Right. The man that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing
Man,
under the sun.
there is no new man under the sun. Because we reincarnate and come back, man.
Right.
I got something real quick. Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now. And that which is to be hath already been.
Yeah, that's spirit.
That's the first chapter.
Read it again.
Ecclesiastes 3:15. It says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been.
Yeah.
And the Most High requires that which is past.
So I read it earlier to you, before we read this one. That's beautiful. And Spirit had to come back out because he thought of that precept because I read that one.
Right.
So now you're seeing, oh snap, there is accountability for how I live my life. It ain't no YOLO.
Right.
You understand?
Just devil.
That's what his devil pushed. He pushed you could just do whatever. Or that's why they had that excuse. Let that slavery go, man. That wasn't me. That was my forefathers. You know, it was you. So that's why they reap the benefits, but they're also the same spirit. If we continue reading here in verse 9, it says there's no remembrance of former things. Let me read.
Can I get one real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
This is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 23. It says, but doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generations of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. So that was going into those 7 brothers that was getting put to death because the king was trying to get them to eat swine, pork.
Yeah. And
they refused. They weren't going to go against the will of the Lord, the laws of the Lord. So he had them, you know, they heated up hot cauldron, these big ass pans, you know, maiming them, cutting their tongues out their mouths, all kind of different things, and putting them to death.
Whatever the Lord wants you to do. Whatever. Yeah.
You're talking about what's the judgment for
Literally gonna be
us to eat pork? That's an abomination. We're not supposed to eat pork.
Yeah.
That's going off us, which is why it was such a thing for them to be like I'm not doing that.
Right.
And they were willing to die behind it.
Right.
But they didn't fear the death.
Right.
Because they knew death isn't final.
They coming back. Exactly.
That's why in other countries, you think in the Middle East, you think they just don't fear death. They just blow and they say,
When they
no, they know that they come back.
Right.
That's why they feel like, that's why they don't fear death.
Right.
Neither do we, man, because we understand how life and death works according to life.
Right. And how your judgment comes on the Lord.
Right.
Yeah. It's on him. He can get hit by a train. It's how he wants you to go out, it's on him.
Right.
We don't know how you're going out, but we can know it leads to death.
Right.
Look at all these diseases, high blood pressure, all this shit come from eating abominable foods that the Lord told us not to.
Right.
Our people walking around with their legs and foot and arms cut off for eating that shit, man.
Right.
You know, like the elder said, it can come in many forms. The Lord can have that happen, or he can have you, like you said, get hit by a truck or something. It's all up to the Lord. Well, in Romans, the first chapter, it says, that's why it says that pretty much you get the judgment meek. You see what I'm saying? So like if there's eating pork and shrimp, it's not a sin punishable unto death according to the scriptures. But if you consume too much, over time, eventually what can happen? You can get disease, you can get worms, you know, all kinds of different things can happen because ultimately you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah, it deteriorates your temple.
I got one more precinct for you. Now check this out. This is the Lord of the world called Jesus. This is him speaking. Now I want you to think what about what he's saying here, right? This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 28, and straight to the point. And this word is written in red. He said, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom.
So they ain't gonna die till he comes back.
Now, is there 2,000-year-old men walking around the planet Earth?
Right.
Oh, maybe. I'm
Sure ain't no 2,000. I'm just saying,
like, they came back or what?
well, I'm reading one more time. Matter of fact, let's do it like this. Let's just do it like this, just for fun, right? This is Matthew 16, and the last verse again. I'm gonna read it in the NLT.
Yeah.
Right? It says, "And I tell you the truth, some standing here right now will not die before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Now, the Son of Man coming in his kingdom is whenever the Lord returns.
Right.
In the kingdom of heaven, established on the planet Earth, right?
Right.
So the Lord said, there's some of you standing here today listening to me today that's not going to taste death until you see me come back. So that means that those spirits who he was talking to, when the Lord returns, they're going to see it.
They're going to be there.
Because they're going to be back on the planet Earth.
See that? Right. You got a child, and you got a child in that stroller, right? he got this thing around his head, so he was born fucked up.
Yeah.
Because he did some in his past life,
Right.
he came back as a child, fucked up now. The Lord is judging that child.
Yeah. And somebody
He
with
ain't
no
sparing
understanding,
nothing, man.
somebody with no understanding will say, why would the Lord let a kid be born like that?
Because he did something in his past life.
Oh, so he brought him back. That's a spirit
Yeah,
of somebody that was.
he's living out his judgment on the earth.
Right.
It's just a shell. This body that we have is just it's a shell.
Now your head be hot.
Yeah.
The spirit dwells in your head,
It's a house.
right? So when you die, your body turns what? Cold. A spirit is energy.
Right.
You see?
Yeah,
It's energy, man.
like you didn't. The way you look right now, you didn't look like this back then. None of us looked like this back then. We looked
Came back
we had
many
another flesh
times.
back then.
Right.
You know, we were Israelites, of course, but we looked. You know, this is just a body.
It's a temporary.
Right.
This is a rental.
Or a building. Yeah.
This is a rental.
I got it real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Revelations 1, verse 7. It says, and it's going to the Lord returning to the earth. It says, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they which pierced him.
Okay, the spirits that pierced him. So we know he got crucified 2,000 years ago.
Wasn't that done by the Israelites?
Well, they gave him up, but the Romans carried it out. Right? Now, the spirits that pierced him, he said they're going to see him with carnal eyes when he come back. Did they live that whole time? Or is that spirit back in the body seeing the Lord return? Spirit. You see? There you go, brother. Go ahead.
It says, and he said, he coming with clouds, every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so, amen.
Yeah, man. So we went through the volume of the book. We went Old and New Testament.
Yeah.
Showing you that concept, that understanding that our forefathers had, and that we're supposed to have.
Right. Now, whether you believe this or not, now that you know this, you have responsible for what you just heard. Now, I hope you know that, bro. You know, it's for real, bro. The Lord is not to be
That's
played.
that's why the fear for the Most High is the best thing that you can have.
That's wisdom.
That's wisdom. So now you know, okay, I gotta walk a certain way because I can be judged for my actions.
I've always been
Right. So, you know, those people, they walk by and they might stop and hear us and they don't, you know, they just go on about their day, and then we'll see them later and something happened to them.
Right. Yeah.
We understand why.
It's Job 19 and 25. Now I'm reading the NLT. It says, but as for me, I know that my Redeemer lives, and he will stand upon the earth at last. And after my body has decayed, yet in my body I will see God. I will see him for myself. Yes, I will see him with my own eyes.
Listen, Job.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am overwhelmed at that thought. You see, so Job understood.
Right.
You know?
Even those 7 brothers in
In the Maccabees.
No, was it Maccabees or second? Yeah, Maccabees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
they knew that.
Maccabees.
Yeah. They mom even knew they was gonna come back.
Right.
That's heavy, man. A woman.
Because that emboldens you to not fold. You're like, man, I don't care what you do to me. I'm going to stand for righteousness. Because I know, look, somebody get, fear not him that can kill the body, but fear him that can destroy both soul and body in hell. Yeah.
So what does that mean? So like,
We about to read it, I'm going to break it down. Well, like I said, hell is a living condition.
I got it.
The Lord can put you in that chair like that boy we just seen. He can do much more. He can do much more than death. You see what I'm saying? There's things that's worse than death. You living in 80-year lifespan and you in the chair and you going,
They gotta feed
your
you
whole
shit.
life. That's hell. I would rather just finish me.
Yeah.
Right.
Go back to the spirit world and try this again.
Yeah.
Stephen Hawking, he was in hell.
Yeah, he was in hell, man. Stephen Hawking, the guy that talked with the computer in the wheelchair. Him.
And the nigga wasn't like that at first.
He wasn't. He got worse. He got progressively worse over his life.
But he tried to convince everybody that there was
There
more
is
than
no
that.
God.
But your ass in a fucking wheelchair, all busted up. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? There is no God. Over here slobbering on himself. I got time for that shit.
Somebody got it?
Yeah, I got you. Matthew 10:28. This is the Lord speaking. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Yeah. So the brothers in the Maccabees, they had that understanding.
Right.
They was like, okay, if this is what it's gonna come to, I'm not gonna fold on my power because of what you gonna do. Who are you?
Right.
You a man.
But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
There's things that are worse than death. All right. So our fear for the Lord is greater than our fear for men. We don't have fear for them.
Right.
You see, a lot of these people, they fear what man can do to them, but they don't fear what the Lord can do to them. not understanding that his jurisdiction goes way further than this damn devil.
Right.
Because he's known as the father of spirits. Think about this. Think about when the destruction comes and the Lord sends fire from the chariots, missiles. You think that you could vaporize those? Like, oh yeah, if I mean, missiles come, I'll just get vaporized. No, the Lord can have it to whereas you're burning.
That body.
Your spirit is in that body, and that flesh still burning, and you're not dying, but you feel every inkling of the pain.
He can stretch the time out on you.
You'll
So
make
it feels like years.
Years, you just burning.
Revelation 9.
But you know that the Lord can do that. The Lord, there ain't nothing for the Lord to stop time. He did it with the sun.
He did it.
Right.
He paused the sun. He paused the moon. He made the sun stand still. He made the moon stand still.
That's time.
Hey, Hezekiah. You know when Hezekiah was getting ready to die, the Lord's like, look, you got 3 years left of your life. And then the Lord, Hezekiah prayed to the Lord and asked the Lord, give me a sign that you can extend my life. And there was a sundial, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, look, I'm gonna give you a sign. If the sundial goes back 8 degrees, that lets you know that I heard your prayer. So the sundial going back, you know what a sundial is, like,
Yeah,
you know,
it tells you the time.
back then.
clock.
So when it went back, think about it. The sundial going this way, so the shadows
back.
coming this way.
Yeah.
So the shadow went back 8 degrees this way, letting you know that the Lord is in control of time.
Yeah.
But the time,
So he's the father of time.
That's why it's
He's the father of light.
days.
the Lord doesn't have no boundaries. The Lord isn't bound by, oh well, you know, the
Men.
sun and the moon. No,
He's
the
not
Lord
bound by
created
time.
that. The Lord created time.
Right.
That's why he's known as the Ancient of Days.
Right.
Right? He's
Yeah.
before time. And we,
Do you guys follow like the biblical like way of time?
yeah.
Or do you guys go by like what the white man?
No, we go by the scripture.
What the scripture says.
You know what I'm saying? We'll let the brother bring his precept out first, but yeah, we'll answer that.
God, this is Revelation chapter 9 and verse 6. And it reads, and in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it.
Remember he was talking about he could keep that spirit in your body.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The Lord can do whatever. Just read that again.
Revelations 9 and 6. And in those days, so with these things are coming. Right. These
Yeah.
things are coming now. Revelation's end times.
So it's that Revelation 9.
9. Revelation
Well,
9.
we was trying to
lines up with it.
we was trying to get to that in the beginning when we brought out the Mark of the Beast,
Right.
but you
Gonna
had
be
other
down
questions,
now. Right.
which
That's
deterred, you know, the lesson.
Right.
But let's finish this.
Revelations 9 and 6. And in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Yeah, man. So the Lord is. They used to call him Alashanja, which means a terrible demon-like power, because he could judge people and he would create mass death.
Yep.
People wasn't listening. He would create mass death. We're talking about a power that killed. We don't know how many people was on the earth during Noah's time,
Right.
but he only saved 8 persons.
Right.
So hey, I'm trying to think though. What's like is there one horse that comes that kills 1/3 of like everybody?
Hey, Revelation 6. We're talking about Revelation 6.
Was that
Black horse.
Zephaniah or-
No, it's Revelation 6.
Yeah, Revelation.
But you want to go into certain specific prophecies to know what time we're in, right?
2/3.
Zechariah 13 and 8. That's 2/3 of our people are going to be killed off.
I thought that was the world, the whole world.
No, it's going to be mass death, but specifically because the Lord dealing with us. He's worried about, you know, this book is written us.
Right.
Zechariah 13:8 is talking about 2/3 of our people. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
And here in America.
Right.
Yeah. But this is where the bulk of Israel is,
All
in
the
the
land.
North Country, right?
Right.
So,
We get a couple more.
Revelation 13:60, because we never got to read it and expound on it
Right.
to you.
Revelations 13 and verse 16. It reads, and he causes all, both small and great.
So what this devil's getting ready to do, the same way he tried to mandate that juice, right? He's getting ready to mandate a new form of currency in which you're going to need to function in society.
Wait, hold on. You guys listen to IUIC?
No.
I thought they was pushing the vaccine. The people to
Yeah,
get it.
that's a problem.
They do.
So what's
No, we don't
wrong
rock with them. This is Great Millstone. All right? Go ahead, read.
It says,
That's off. And people in their ministry suffer because of that, man. They were going off. It's the law that we're not supposed to be sticking stuff into our body anyway.
Right.
So why would you tell your congregation to do that? Go ahead, because we're running press.
Revelation 13 and 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond,
So regardless of your tax bracket or your social status, he's going to require for you to do this.
Or
To
being
take
homeless.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Take a digital all. In ancient times, man, they will put an all in someone to say this person belongs to me. So what this devil is trying to do is he's trying to defile our temple by putting something in us saying that we belong to him instead of the Most High. But go ahead.
It says, all rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their
That
forehead.
word mark there in the Greek is karagma. And it's a physical mark inserted in someone's flesh. And etching in the skin, right? So it's not Christianity, white women, sin,
Embargo.
Embargo like other groups will teach you. That's wrong. That's why it's important to look up words. Go ahead.
It says, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark.
So without this, you won't be able to buy or sell. And if you can't buy or sell in a society, how can you survive if you can't buy or sell?
That's right.
Right. But the Lord's going to have it to where he's going to have a portion of us who don't take it, and he's going to provide for us the same way he provided for Elijah when he was on the road. The same way he looked out for David when he was on the road. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so we was talking about vaccines at first.
That was an example as how he's going to try to mandate this, but it's going to be on a much higher level. He's going to have it to where you cannot function in society unless you have this.
Right. Something called gradualism.
Yeah,
Right.
that was a predecessor, like a test run to see what state of mind are these people in. Will they fold? How many people can we get to take it? Yeah, you have people folding. You had people that knew they were Israelites, like you said, who were folding. You see me?
And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Yeah.
It says, here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast.
Like when you get that word wisdom in the Greek, that word is Sophia. When you get it in this particular verse here, it says pretty much says intellectual. Matter of fact, can I get it for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I actually got that word yesterday when I was doing my lesson, and it stood out to me. It was very, very interesting.
Profound.
Right? So that word, it said, so John said, here is wisdom. So in order to break this down correctly, you got to have wisdom, right? That word wisdom is Sophia. Excuse me, I didn't mean to spit if I did. That word is Sophia.
You're going by precept, right?
Yeah, I'm just getting, this is the Greek word for wisdom, right? It says, the intelligence evinced, right? And when you get the definition of evinced, right, it says reveal the presence of a quality or a feeling. So something that's revealed unto you, right? So it says the intelligence evinced or revealed in discovering the meaning of some mysterious number or vision. See that? So this wisdom, so when John said here is wisdom, not everybody's going to be able to have the wisdom to understand what this vision represents.
Yeah.
Right.
It's only given to it.
So it's going to be given to a subset of men that the Lord is dealing with.
Exactly.
All right, back then the Lord had his disciples, and the churches started to grow, but it was a subset of people who had a true understanding of what Yahawah was about and what he did for us.
Also, John had to write in code.
He did.
He didn't, because you got to think, this is at the time of the Roman Empire. So if he would have wrote, like when John seen it, he didn't necessarily understand it, but he also knew that he had to write things in code as well too to give it to the church.
Yeah.
So just as we got to speak in code, and people understand when we say MOTB, they understand know what we're talking about.
We can't just blatantly
Or
say
the juicy juice. People know what we're talking about.
We got to speak in code because we're behind enemy lines.
Okay. Yeah, because this is a message that was being written. It was a message of so-called treason.
Yeah, and so why this is important, because you're seeing them move towards a digital currency. You understand? They're prepping people to be ready to be like, okay, we're moving everything to digital. They're prepping people to be like, hey, we got to mandate certain things that you got to put in your body.
Right.
You understand? So that's one of the major prophecies that lets us know what time we're in. Another major prophecy is the fact that we even know who we are.
Right.
Daniel 12:4, real quick.
Get that. I got something.
Okay.
I got this.
Daniel 12:4, real quick. Go
1
through it.
Corinthians 2:16. For who have known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him, but we have the mind of the Lord Yahawah.
Right.
So the Lord is only revealing certain things to his men, the prophets, to know the true purpose and intent of his thought on what he's going to do on the planet.
Hey.
You see? It's not given to everybody else.
Right.
He gave, because right here it said NLT, for who can know the Lord's thoughts? Nobody, right? Who knows enough to teach him? But we understand these things, for we have the mind of our Lord Yahawah, you see? So we know his true intentions and purpose, man. Other camps and other people don't know because he haven't revealed it to them.
And the Lord has it that way on purpose.
Yeah, we GMS.
Yeah.
Are you guys rock with Watchmen? Israel? Watchmen.
The Watchman in New York? He part of GMS. Yeah. You watch me? Yeah.
H-O-Y? H-O-Y?
He talking about
There's a
I'm
group,
talking
there's a
about-
group named Watchman.
I don't know about
yeah,
them.
Lord, no.
That was a brother got his
Let's
page.
read this Matthew 13.
Yeah.
The back to Bond.
Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 13. I think it's one
Daniel
more.
12:4.
He'll
That was
send
it.
it off of this.
Okay.
Matthew 13 and 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
You hear that? So Yahawah was saying, the disciples were asking why Yahawah was speaking to the people in parabolic talk, and like a slang to where not all of them would get it.
Right.
And he said it's because it was given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given.
Right.
So the Lord don't want everybody to get
Right.
it. Some of these people were the same spirits that said crucify him, crucify him.
Right.
So he's preserving them to judgment.
Right.
Now let's read that Daniel 12:4, just another prophecy to let you know what time we're in.
Daniel 12:4 it says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book,
Seal the Bible, the understanding of it. The Lord is telling Daniel this. Go ahead.
even to the time of the end.
Seal the book to the time of the end. Meaning, because this was the first captivity where we didn't know who we were. But now, the knowledge has come back. Starting with the man named Abba Bivens from the 60s and 70s on, we've woken up to who we were.
Right.
So that lets us know, according to Daniel 12:4, that we're in the time of what? Go ahead.
It says, even unto the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And knowledge is being increased, which is why we was able to expound on all these things to you today.
Right.
So we got to close up, man. So we're gonna.
We'll be out every
So y'all got a card?
every Tuesday
Nah,
and
you
every
come out on
Friday.
Friday. Come out this Friday.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
be out
my
again. You know what I'm saying? Through the
Tuesday,
Spirit, we'll be out
Friday,
on Friday.
7:30, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to come back out and listen on Friday, we'll be back up.
I'll catch y'all later.
All right, man.
bro.
Be
All
safe,
right.
bro.
Safe, man.
Shalom.
Shalom. So with that being said, man, we want to give all praises once more to
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. I want to say shalom to all the brothers and of course the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, we was just talking about being fed up with Jake. One came up.